Hello YouTube, this is BUB'S Comics coming at you with a quick comic conservation video. And this is actually going to be very quick. So my goal in this is just to document what the book looked like when I received it. And talk a little bit about why I purchased it anyway. And then I'll do the conservation, probably off camera. And then just bring you the results to make it. Because this is gonna take a while. It'll be a couple of rounds of process. I'll explain what I did when I come back. And we'll do all that. So, let's make me small and look at the book. Oh! There it is. Planet Comics number 37. And just get a look at the undulation of this book. Holy moly. Complete with holes in the cover. Pieces broke off. Look at the back. Look at the side. Yep. You guessed it, folks. This one's a rough one. You know something's wrong when you're the only bidder on a book. So, I bid on this book for two reasons. One, when you're hunting a certain title or a certain run of any kind, I suppose, but specifically for Golden Age, you really can't just go out and look for a specific book. It's likely not going to be available. Most of the time, for me, I'm just looking for any book in that run, and then when one pops up, I either have it already or I don't. Well, after a couple of years of doing that, you see books that don't pop up often. This book doesn't pop up often in an affordable grade, or an affordable condition, or an affordable price. It just doesn't show up. And the reason is because it has kind of a dinosaur, and it has a little pterodactyl looking thing, and a dinosaur on the cover. And this unfortunately falls into one of the categories of cross-collecting, what I call cross-collecting. I'm sure there's a better term for it, but that's what I call it. And when I say cross-collecting, what I'm really saying is that this falls into the collecting category of different types of collectors. I collect Atom Age sci-fi, right? So that's pre-1954 sci-fi stuff. And that's what this is. Because it's got the guy with the ray gun. It's definitely of that title, Planet Comics. But some people collect, Golden Age or Atom Age dinosaur covers. Pre-code dinosaur covers. Well, this is a pre-code dinosaur cover. There's no doubt that that's some kind of dinosaur. Some people collect good girl art, which I also collect. So you got this girl who's kind of, laid out. Some people just collect cool shoes. Look at that girl's shoes. Some people collect it just for that. So what happens is that a book like this falls into so many cross categories of collecting that it's hard to get your hands on a copy because a dinosaur hunter already found it, or a good girl artist collector already found it, or a sci-fi guy already found it. So it's hard. So what happens is that I end up looking for kind of low grade, well presenting. Now this is low grade, not well presenting, obviously. It's got a lot of problems, but one thing it does have? Color. The color on this book is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I took a chance on it. The only thing that I was upset about was it was missing her hair here. The pictures were very detailed. And what's funny is that I actually get some of my best deals on bad pictures. And I don't mean fuzzy pictures, although that helps too. But then I'm a little more worried. This guy who posted this book, he took pictures of the interior, and you can see just how messed up it is. He took pictures of that. Look at how messed up that is. Look at that page. My God. He focused in on all the defects with big holes and a thing on the side. Showed the back cover all water damaged and rough looking. I mean, he focused in on all that stuff. So a collector who's not into, rough, conditioned books, or someone who doesn't have the means or resources to preserve a book like this or to improve it in any way, they're going to skip right past. When they see those good pictures of how bad the book is, they skip right past. But I've had such good luck collecting books like this and bringing them back to life that I jump all over the chance. I was the only bidder on this book. I got it for less than a third what it probably will be worth when I get it fixed up. And you take a chance. So what are the chances I was taking? Well, the pictures are clear, but they're not that clear. So for instance, you take a chance on that. Well, it turns out that's just folded over, so I'll be able to fix that. This not much you could do there, but it turns out, look at this. Most of it's still there. Just fold it over. Here was the biggest thing I took a chance on. When I see stuff like that on the spine, oftentimes that piece is wrapped around the back. In this case, it's not. But it was in the bag. So I actually have the rest of her hair as well. So when I'm done, that's going to be a complete cover. And fantastic color. And the book is complete. So why do I call it conservation instead of restoration? Because I'm not doing any color touch. I'm not adding any glue. I'm not repairing any staples. So all this is going to be is I'm going to clean it lightly. Probably not very much because it already is pretty clean actually. In spite of itself. I'm going to press it. I'm going to repair the parts that are broken. And then I'm going to press it again. And then that will be, you know, normally I would repair the parts. I'd use tape because tape is an approved conservation method. You won't get like a purple label from CGC or anything like that because tape is approved for paper repair. And of course, I'm using document tape and things that are more delicate. But still, it's not like Scotch tape. But still, by the time I repair this back up together, I usually would do the repair first and then the press, but this book is in such horrible disrepair, and I'm going to have to press it first just so I have a smooth surface to work with, because I don't want to be taping stuff together and it all be janky, and then when I press it, it ends up with gaps. So that's what's going on. That's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead. Well, I'm going to do the work because you guys have seen me do work like this before. This is going to be a little bit more time intensive. I don't waste your time. We're already a few minutes into the video, but this is going to be a quick one. So when I come back, it'll be all said and done. All right, see you then. And we're back several hours later, and this is what we have to show for it. So Planet Comics, let's see if we can. Whoa, look at that. Take a closer look at this book. Of course, it does have some of that Mylar magic going on now, but that's how it's going to be displayed anyway, so that matters to me. I know some people would be like, well, I don't know, it looks different in the Mylar than it would out of it. Well, how often am I going to take this book out and look at it when it's not in the Mylar? But I guess we can take it out for the sake of the video. Just show you how flat it really is. But that's the idea. Now it still has quite a bit of overlap. So you can see just how flat that turned out. Very nice, very flat. You can see how the hair transplant went right back in. See if we can get that up close. You can kind of see the white border around there. This is what the back turned out like. Can't do much about that water damage, but if you recall, this was all flipped back before, so now it's all back in place. Some pieces were found on the interior part of the cover. There's only one staple on this book, so I really do believe that this book was a little bit of manufacturing defect, which isn't uncommon in these older books. But you can tell that the interior is kind of it's not lined up properly, so the pages are misaligned inside. I don't think it's married or anything like that. It's just an older book, and that just happens. Some of these older books, pre-code books, they just don't have the same kind of quality standards that you see today as far as the final print run goes. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a modern book with this kind of defects from the printer. Now we might say we don't like the color, the art, the story, and stuff like that, but you're not going to see too many true printing defects, like true just where they didn't give a crap. Not like this was. So, but the book still looks pretty good. It's still solid, you know. It's just the wraps aren't well aligned, so you're going to see it on the edges no matter what I do. And I tried to realign it several different ways, but no matter what I do, it still shows up on all edges. I don't think the cover's been trimmed or anything. When I look at the pages and measure them up and check them against other books similar in this run and stuff, you can see that they're just like overcut pages. They're a little too big. But and it's amazing that this book has survived not being trimmed, because that happens. You know, when you look at these Golden Age books, a lot of them suffer from trimming, and one of the reasons that they get trimmed is because of this. They think it will present better if they cut those edges off, and it's a nice, clean-looking book. And it probably would have presented better if I did that, but I know that that hurts the value of the book, and that turns it from a conservation into a restoration. And I'm not really in that business. I just want to keep it conserved. I want to, use approved methods to maintain the quality of the book, not do any of the other crazy stuff. So that's what we got here. Planet Comics number 37. Very happy to have it, and I hope you all enjoyed that. We'll keep it brief, and we'll catch you next time on BUB'S Comics. Remember to read a comic and don't apologize for the glare. Bye bye.